engage. It just doesn't work. So the challenger brand is a thing. It is a movement that's happening.
Yeah, I think you're spot on with that, because at the end of the day, the age-old saying of people buy from people.
They do.
And this is something that is driving me insane for years, actually, come to think of it.
So if I spray Prada on me, it means that I'm just going to get loads of attention.
Exactly. Do you remember the Ronaldo video from back in the day where they all switched to like Ronaldo and Messi? Unreal.
Yeah. The thing that they did extremely well.
All right. You're probably wondering, who on earth am I? Who on earth is he?
And me, to be fair.
And who on earth is he? You've clicked on this way up today and you thought, I thought I'd see Alan Zamir. And here we are. So look, we're trying something different today. For a long time, me and Will have been talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of advertising. Comes up in our day-to-day conversations. And we thought, would it be interesting for people to watch us talk through the good, the bad, and the ugly of advertising? Maybe it's fun, maybe it's useful. Who knows? We're trying it today, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to introduce everyone here. Me and Will, you might have seen or heard before on the pod if you've seen Upside. I've been at This Way Up with Alan Zamir for almost 5 years now. I've been working on Amazon, I've worked in marketing, so I'm not to the level of expert as these guys sat aside of me, but I'm interested. I'm an interested party. I'm going to learn with you guys. Will, sat on my right here, has been in the design space for longer than I've had hot dinners, probably. And he's the head of creative at This Way Up.
Not quite right, but
Creative manager at This Way Up.
Yeah,
going well.
Elevating, yeah.
And you've had, 7 years experience running your own business?
Ran my own business for 5 years.
5 years. So pretty switched on. And look, I get to work with this guy every day. The design that he makes is incredible. So he knows what he's talking about. And to my left, we've got Dax.
Yeah.
This guy knows a little bit about selling online, especially in the whiskey space.
Yeah.
You've probably seen Dax already on an episode that went out of Upside quite recently.
Yeah.
Probably a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Who knows?
Yeah, I know a little bit about something, but yeah, I'm looking forward to
a little bit about
something.
Here we are. Here we are. We're trying this for the first time, guys, so run with us on this. Yeah. So we're going to run through good, the bad, and the ugly. The aim is we're going to come every week with one or two options each for good, bad, ugly, and let's run through them. So
let's go.
Where are we starting? The good?
Yeah, should we go with it?
Sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, so something that I've seen a lot at the moment is like founder led content. So really showing the backstory of building a business from absolutely nothing. I think it's amazing when you see, so there's a brand called Salt that's in like the electrolyte market, and you see how they went from literally putting their product in a normal standard water bottle and just giving it to people in London, right? And you see that engagement from literally from nothing to now getting listings in Boots, for example, and different retailers. And that founder-led content drives engagement. And then you have the buy-in, even from a D2C model, right? If you're doing like a pre-launch and you've got already, 500,000 people seeing your products before you've even launched, you get an engagement, right? How's that made? How's that made? What's the MOQs? What's all this kind of stuff? And that's one of the big things that I've seen that's good.
Yeah, I think you're spot on with that, because at the end of the day, the age-old saying of people buy from people.
They do.
They don't buy anything other than that. So when we do designs and for brands and that sort of stuff, it's all about how can we create that story, which is about where it's come from and what it is, what the product is. So like you say, doing founder-led content and to the quality that they do it is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because it's not just this kind of like camera just following them around. They actually do really nice edits on it as well.
Yeah. And it's hard for established brands to do this.
Yeah.
It's actually something that they can't compete at.
Why?
Because
who's the founder of Coca-Cola?
That's the thing, right? So if you've got like an established brand trying to drive founder-led engage, it just doesn't work. So the challenger brand is a thing. It is a movement that's happening. And all you have to see is look at Poppy in America, right? They sold to PepsiCo for $2 billion.
Okay.
They were literally like founder-led, like the way that they did it. And then they went on to Shark Tank, and then they got investment, then they built it. And then you look at the strategy of that cannot be replicated from an established brand like Unilever, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola. It just, how can you do that when you know the origin of the of the business is from a global business. Do you get what I mean?
I suppose the closest way to replicate it is to do a similar model to kind of like what Logan Paul and KSI did with Prime.
Yeah.
Where
they've got a following.
Yeah, they've got the following. Yeah. So obviously it's not necessarily the founder-led content, but it's the influencer brands that they're setting up. And the company that produced Prime originally, they were already producing drinks for loads of other influencers. I can't remember. There's a gym influencer who's working with them as well. And then they set up Prime, and obviously it just went mental.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen a lot about how it's like.
It's crashed now.
Yeah, it's crashed now. So
Prime.
Yeah. So
yeah.
It's a rubbish product.
But
it was hype over quality.
The thing that they did extremely well was the scarcity model.
Yes.
And that works in the short term.
Okay, yeah.
So if you say you can't get this, so supply and demand, right? So if they might have not been able to get it in market quick enough, but subsequently they essentially went into a scarcity marketing model.
Yeah. I feel like they didn't do that on purpose, though, did they?
I don't think they did.
They said they did.
I don't. I don't think they did. It was almost like, buy a bottle, because you saw all the convenience stores, right, selling a Prime bottle for. Was it like
Wakey wine?
It went up to like 20 quid.
But we all know, we all know that. I don't believe personally that they meant that. I think that from a strategic perspective, they wanted to flood the market full of the product, make people buy it, and it was at 253 quid. Right, that product has crashed, but actually they still drive in sale. It's just not at the hype and the value.
Yeah.
So volume has dropped. Yeah, of course it has, because the scarcity model's dropped. But essentially, like, they've still got a market. They've still got investment. They've still got partnerships in UFC and different models like that. So
Arsenal as well.
Yeah, and Arsenal, right? So they've not fell off. They just haven't got the noise around them to drive that above the line.
Yeah.
Scale.
Okay. So founder-led content.
Founder-led content.
Our first good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Bad? I think I've got a bad.
Have you got a bad?
You got.
You got the ugly.
Okay. Which one's your bad then?
Okay. So my bad for this week, and this is something that is driving me insane for years, actually, come to think of it. I'm watching TV and I see an advert, okay? Could be on TV, could be on social media, could be anything. And I watch like a good minute or 2 minute video, and this could be the most random like movie style video ever. Say you've got some guy, I don't know, running, or some guy shopping, or some guy cleaning the house.
Yes.
Completely random. And just at the end, a brand will stick up their product, or they'll stick up their brand name. And for me, I often think maybe that worked a long time ago, but now I think it's incredibly lazy. And you might disagree, because they do still tell a story, but I think often what they'll do is, if the story is so irrelevant to their brand, that's why they stick up the logo at the end. I think if it's a video that has the brand included, it tells a story throughout that is really relevant to the brand, like a Nike, for example, if they're doing like running content, or people play, like, you remember the Ronaldo video from back in the day where they all switched to like Ronaldo and Messi, unreal. Yeah. But it's especially the fragrances. The fragrances is that kill
that one for Paco Rabanne, actually.
The fragrance, yeah. It's the most random video. Oh, no, it's like watching
that kind of belief, though, isn't it?
It's like watching a romantic film for like a minute, and then Paco Rabanne.
So if I spray Prada on me, it means that I'm just going to get loads of attention.
Exactly. Like, for me, rubbish. I don't like it. What do you think?
I mean, look, there's two things. I think with marketing, you can basically disrupt with your awareness campaigns. I think there's one thing. It's a bit difficult, right? Because you think like all those kind of perfume ads and stuff, it's aspirational, right? Look at me, kind of thing. But actually, are they going to bring a campaign out that actually resonates with the consumer, right? I'm not spraying my perfume because I want to look like the guy who's leaping on Paco Rabanne adverts, right? I'm buying it because it smells It smells good, right? I think and it lasts, And I think, for me, it's just, the campaigns are probably a little bit messed up. Yeah.
See, I think that's just an aspirational outcome, right? And this is a Alex Hormozy statement, if you watch much Alex Hormozy. But I think it did work, because, like you said, you want to be this hot, ripped guy on the advert.
I'm trying.
Yeah, well, you're killing it, brother. But you want to be that guy really, and they're selling you the fact of, oh, just spray this and you'll be that guy. But I think these days, like, customer intent has changed.
Yeah.
And I think it's a lot more about resonating with the product itself. Or if we stick with fragrances for the example, it's ultimately about how it smells, right? And for me, if you're going to sell me a fragrance, sell me the feeling of how it smells, not who you want me to be, because I'm realistic. I'm not Johnny Depp. If I spray Sauvage, I'm not going to end up in Pirates of the Caribbean.
I know, but they do it for a reason, right? So that's the only thing that like is in my head is like, why are they doing it?
How do you get smell across on TV then?
But again, how do you actually put it into a perspective of, I mean, the Johnny Depp advert's funny, isn't it? Because it's literally in the middle of a desert. It's like, when am I going to be there? Yeah. With a wolf next to me.
The one similar but different level of premium in the market is Lynx. I don't know if you saw the one recently where it was like the ball spray.
Body spray.
Yeah, the ball spray.
No.
Yeah, and then like this guy stands up in the cinema, he's like walking to the toilet, and this girl just like starts sniffing his arse, and like, it just sticks with you because it's so stupid. But yeah,
I kind of like it though, because it's still
at least it resonates with the consumer, right?
Resonates with the consumer, but also realistically, who's buying Lynx as a product? Like most men over the age of, well, most men aren't buying it. It's a teenager product.
It's a Christmas present.
Let's be honest, it's your mum and
and you're stocking for Christmas.
When you're like 10,
yeah. But that's what I mean. So having it a bit silly and a bit quirky like that, it works well for then.
Yeah, lower body spray is a joke. I mean, I respect what they're doing because it's fair enough. Like it's the exact same product. You're just marketing it different. It's like Coke Zero and Diet Coke.
To be honest, the best fragrances are the ones that don't even promote, right?
Yeah.
Look at Creed, for example.
Yeah.
They don't even have like associations with any celebrities or any endorsements or anything. And they're the ones that, let's be honest, they're the ones that are absolutely flying. If you look at all of the ones, they'll have PR. Don't get me wrong, they'll leverage, kind of press on that, but they won't have anything in terms of like social or really in terms of that push. I don't think anyway. I've not seen any kind of huge things from them. But
while we're on the topic, before we move on to the ugly,
okay.
What's your current fragrance of choice?
Creed.
Yeah. Is it got like a second in it? Aventus Creed. I see that a lot.
Yeah, the black one. Yeah.
You?
I've just run out of a Versace.
I've just run out. So you're just going around.
I'll have to go buy some.
What are
more.
we smelling today?
What about you? You've just got out of that
Boss on today. Hugo Boss.
Hugo Boss.
Yeah, just a cheaper one. Yeah,
always a bit.
But
Do you know what? Zara's done well.
I love Zara.
Zara's done well because they've actually put like you can get like an eau de perfume. Listen, apologies, that's like with my Brummy accent. But eau de perfume. But that actually like. Do you know what I mean? It's actually decent as well, and it lasts all day.
I have 2 Zara sprays.
See? So then you
the one I'm wearing at the minute, to answer your question, is stronger with you. Armani.
Armani's still around, yeah?
Yeah, they do this stronger with you. And I'll be honest, I know nothing about sprays, but my flatmate is one of those where he knows everything about sprays. He's got about 40 sprays.
Oh, wow.
All the top ones. Like
oh, wow. Have you ever watched what's that film called? Anchorman.
Where
you think Black Panther?
Black Panther.
Black Panther. He's like,
no, I've not seen
it. Man,
that's how I walk into his room.
It's for me to work 100% of the time.
Yeah. And it's an addiction. I get the addiction.
All of the time.
Yeah.
Because every day it's a new smell, and I'm like, well, I've got to have that one.
Yeah, I've got to have that.
I've got to have that one. I get it. So anyway,
what's the? Do you know what? It's really interesting when you said earlier, like, what's the bad and then what's the ugly? I'm really interested to hear what you.
Here we go. Lovely little segue.
Yeah, do you know?
We're about to find the ugly.
Here we go.
I don't mean Will's ugly, by the way. I keep looking at
Cheers, mate.
the ugly, and there he is, sat over there. If you're still watching, then first of all, thank you. Second of all, just wanted to give you a heads up. This episode was recorded before Christmas, so the clip you're about to see is of a Christmas advert, but we thought the AI principles are still relevant now, so we've left it in for you guys. Thank you.
So, as they do every year, Coca-Cola release their Christmas advert. This year, they've hedged their bets on AI to produce it rather than what they would normally do is obviously classic film crew, camera setup, all that sort of stuff. So
you've got me because I'm in.
We'll have a quick watch of this.
They smash it usually.
Usually they smash it.
The red buses.
Yeah.
The red trucks with the lights.
Yeah. So
they own Christmas normally. I've not seen this.
Yeah, so this is brand new this year.
Is it?
Yeah, but it is all done with AI.
And you think this is ugly?
It's a very high quality version of an AI video, but to me, there's a lot of feeling lost, in my opinion, compared to if they'd done it.
Are you coming at it from a very marketeer vibe?
Yeah.
So the general public aren't going to really.
A lot of people probably don't even recognise that it's not, because realistically, it's.
They probably saved about 10 million on this.
Wow.
Not doing it.
I'd have to look at the exact stats, but it was like 70,000 prompts to get this. Yeah.
70,000
So they
prompts.
probably paid somebody.
So did they use AI to build the AI?
No, so they literally just kept prompting it.
70,000.
I don't think that's for a brand and a company as large as Coca-Cola, they should be doing it proper.
How much do you reckon they paid like the prompt experts though to create those? Probably near 10 million.
You got probably
Maybe not 10 million.
No, it'd be a few thousand. Yeah.
2,000.
A few thousand to do 70,000.
Yeah,
millions.
Yeah. Well, no, like maybe like.
No,
like,
I know what you're saying. I think the thing is, and I always say this, there's a reason why they're doing it. You've got people there. Like you might, I just always think, like, you know, with these kind of things, like, I get it. But you look at it and go, there's a reason why they're doing that. Why?
Who's their target market?
Is that to feed something? Is that to raise awareness in certain platforms? Is that from a global perspective?
Well, they've had massive backlash because of it.
Is that what? Yeah.
Yeah.
What
So
are people saying?
the people are like, as a lot of companies that embrace AI first, they get a lot of backlash because obviously people just associate AI with replacing jobs, whereas realistically, obviously people have worked on this advert and created it, and they've done a
Just a different team, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's just a different team. It's just like in the early 2000s when VFX started to come in, all the people that would have worked in practical effects started to phase out and move into like visual effects. So that's kind of the same what's happening now, but AI isn't just replacing like a bit of visual effects, it's also now replacing going and filming, the lighting, the sound, all that sort of stuff is all going due to that. So there's an initial backlash straight away from that. To me, there's such a
I know what you're saying.
a long-standing brand like Coca-Cola.
Yeah, bringing heritage.
Yeah, it's got so much heritage, and why not just, you've invested every single year in this advert, why not invest? You know what I mean?
No, listen, I'm completely with you.
I'll be honest. I'm gonna like offer a devil's advocate approach.
Here we go.
Just I think we should
like it. Go
question
on.
each other. We should
Get
question
that
each other.
hooked.
For me, I get with the AI, but if you didn't know that was AI, if no one told you that was AI because
And it's a
you've
cartoon.
seen the backlash, for me that the advert is same as how it's been for the past 10 years, right? They're doing the same stuff. It's the trucks. You can change little elements, but it's still that same kind of approach. And for me, I'm watching that now, and I still think that captures the exact same emotion and feeling as the adverts have in the past few years.
Yeah.
The trucks, the lights, the sound, the animals.
I know what you mean.
I think it captures that attention still. And I think if no one would have told me that was AI, I wouldn't have thought twice about it.
You would have thought it was a cartoon,
Yeah.
basically.
Well, yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Because the way that they've edited, I get her.
You can sit both sides of it, can't you?
Absolutely, and they would get backlash. Anything they do, they'll get backlash. There'll be people, you know, anything. If they did it heritage, they'll go, "Why aren't you being more modern? Why are you on the front foot in terms of innovation? Why aren't you embracing AI?" And then if they do it, then they'll go, "Why are you not being a heritage brand?" So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. In a sense, it's about the macro view of, okay, if we're winning 80% of the audience and 20% are moaning, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
I think the other thing to kind of highlight and bring up is, I don't know if you've even seen it, but Apple TV have recently just redone their intro logo to any of their shows, and they've done a big push about like behind the scenes of how they actually filmed it. And they had like an actual camera on set, and it's something that you could create with AI very, very easily, but they chose to do it practically and in the real world environment. Okay. So that one. So that's had loads of people praising them, loving them.
Because they're in fear of AI, right? Let's be honest.
Well,
everyone's in, like,
and
in the
that's
industry.
the public perception.
So marketeers are looking at it going, that 70,000 prompts, well, I didn't do any of those prompts. Right? And I'm trying to build the brand. So, but actually, you need to embrace it and understand it, and then it's not going away. Yeah. So just,
I think there's both sides. That again, it's like you've got AI here, and you can look to embrace it and use that, and you can take that public backlash, and hopefully in 5 years, 10 years time, the world has changed enough where if it is that AI is going to be the thing that continues forwards, then that public backlash disappears because it's more normal.
People get on with it. Right?
Yeah. And on the flip side of it, you still got that ability to create real world things that will still get the praise that they deserve.
Yeah, true.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's the ugly.
that's the ugly.
That's the ugly. But yeah, all right, guys. Well, thank you
Nice
for that.
I like
Thanks
that.
for
It's
coming
like
on, mate.
a little bit of a different dimension. I liked it.
Yeah,
in terms of just actually highlighting things that are happening in other elements and other businesses. I think it's really good. So
Look,
yeah, thank you.
Hopefully it's interesting. Hopefully it's interesting for you guys watching. I think, look, we obviously do another podcast on the This Way Up channel, Upside, about Amazon e-commerce, very specifically Amazon and for sellers. I think that's really useful. But yeah, hopefully let us know. I mean, if anyone watches and if anyone enjoys it and if anyone wants to give us some suggestions for good, bad and ugly, we will review it in the next episode. Maybe get you on, depending on who you are.
All right. No, so yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you again, Dax, for coming on, my friend.
No worries.
And we'll see you guys next week, next month. Who knows? See you again.